Hello traders, how was the day today? The market did its ups and downs, but most of the time it was pretty bullish all through the day. And again, the 4-hour mother bar that we saw yesterday, that those levels played out in a nice way, along with the stacked TRs that we already had. Right, we have been talking about the stacked TRs for 3 days now. We are at the top end of it, but then let's see what FOMC brings for us tomorrow. Right, so let us take a quick look at what happened in the markets today. So if you look at the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour ETA chart, you will see that we had this bar followed by an inside bar. So this becomes my fib level. This will be my mother bar. This is what we call is the mother bar, right? And this was the top of the fib, the bottom of the fib, and then we have the extensions. Now let us go back to the 5-minute chart and see how we started the day here. If you see 5324 was again the 1.33 extension below that mother bar. That is where we started the day, and then we know 5325 has been an important level yesterday, day before, and it has been there. And since that was not breaking down, this was also not, we had one attempt, two attempt, three attempt, four attempt, five attempts to go below that. So when the day started, I actually went long here, right above this candle, right above this candle. This is the ETA chart. I went long here, I scalped, I held. We saw this 3-bar move, so I took it as a follow through. Even though when this guy came down, I was still holding on to the long, and then we had the II setup, which was actually the bull flag. If you see, we even formed a triangle here. So this was the bull flag that broke out. Then again, once we broke out, we had the follow through, so we were still holding on. And then we had the inside, outside, inside, again another bull flag formation. So this is the diamond formation. We were still holding on to it because we were just in the beginning of the whole trend, and there was no reason to come out of this trade, and we could easily stay in it. The market was telling us that the bears are not at all strong here. So we created this diamond, we broke out of that. Now this is where we took some profit, right? This was the 50% of the 4-hour mother bar that we had. So this was the 50% area, and we took some profit here. I was still holding on to a runner. I was actually hoping to get this 33% line, because we were not breaking down the 34 area, right? We knew that 33 was an important line for us, and we were not breaking down of that. So I kept on holding to a runner, and finally we got that 39.25, this one. So this is where I completed my long trade. And immediately after that, okay, the other reason for taking profit there was, if we were counting the points from here, this was a little bit above 15 points, right? So I decided to take the profit here, and then I was waiting for a two-legged pullback, basically, right? So we had these two candles here that came down. Now this was a wonderful bear flag, right? So when you have two strong candles down at the ENA, and then you have a very small bull bar, you actually get this is a bear flag setup, right? So what I did was I shorted below this again, and I was just trying to get 1:1 of this. So 1:1 of this, and we ended here. I took profit here. This was my 1:1. Then I was of the idea that, okay, now my next bullish setup should be above the EMA, right? So we had this move up, but we had no follow through, and then there was a channel that got formed here. So when this happened, I drew this channel, but then when I was trying to draw the bottom, I actually found that I was getting a wedge kind of a thing, right when I drew this line. So this was the wedge, and we never broke out of this. So I did not even take the trouble to move the line at all. So since this 3-0 did not give up at all, I was waiting that if the 3-0 will give up, I went long somewhere here around 30.75, right? When we could not break down this line, and this was a wedge forming, and then I just took it long here, and I put a stop loss somewhere below this for two and a half points. And then it was a nice ride from here, from 29. My first exit was again at 39. I was holding on to a runner, but this candle actually took my runner away. However, This was such a bullish day, and I was confident of hitting the HOY. So I broke my rule today, and I entered a long trade at three after 3 o'clock. So I entered on this candle. I entered long on this candle. I just entered with two contracts. I took my first profit again here, and then I held on to it to see if we could get that 4.8. We got that 47.5 again. If you see, this is the 21% extension to the top. And once we got 47.5, immediately profit taking started. I came out somewhere here. So that was that. Those were the trades that we took today. So we traded one on the short side and two on the long side. So around 3 or 4 trades. Yeah, that was good. And everything was detailed out on the Discord server. Everything was detailed out in the Discord server here. Where we have I explained everything, every bar, wherever channels were happening, whatever was happening, what are the trade ideas that I had, what are the trades that I am taking. So I was mentioning all those things here, and it was a pretty good day today. So everything happened well. Everyone made some money, and tomorrow we have big news: FOMC minutes, right? So the FOMC minutes, the way this has been going on. If you now let me remove this. If I now do this, if you see here, this was a head and shoulder structure, right? If we do a rough estimate, we have almost reached the top of it, right? So this head and shoulder structure is done. We have a hard stop here. That is our ATH line, correct? So this ATH line, if we break through it, if FOMC breaks through it, we will get some targets on the upside, right? I will mention those targets on my Facebook page as well as on the Discord tonight. You can come back and take a look at it. The link to the Facebook page is given in the description. The link to the Discord is also there in the description. The link to the webinar is also in the description. Please ask your friends, family, peers to join, and so that we can have some good time, and I can share some of my thought processes, some of my trading processes, some of my setups that may benefit a number of traders. Okay. With that, I will end for the day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great rest of the evening. Bye.